Hello, fans of armored mobile suits. So this is a franchise called VOTOMS. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really watched any of the VOTOMS stuff, so I'm going to just read off some stuff from Wikipedia. This is a anime television series that came out in 1983, ran up until 84, the original run. Since then, there's been many publications and also other movies and television series, and it's been going on for decades now, VOTOMS. The general story is two opposing nations were fighting in a galactic war, and they use these mechas. These robots hold one person, one pilot, and then they've used these to fight each other. So that's apparently what's going on. It's interesting. These remind, well, if you ever seen the movie Avatar, Avatar pretty much copied this. It's one dude would sit up in here. Well, we'll see. Anyways, I got this whole lot off, locally here. So they're used. I didn't even know what they were, like what brand and stuff, but I think with a little detective work, I'm going to get it done. So, here's, apparently back in 2006, Takara had this line of 1/48 scale. So this is 1/48 scale here of these suits here, and they have various kinds, and they've been selling these up until 2018, according to like Hobby Japan's website. So I'm going to just pull these guys out, and we'll try to figure out which one's which. Again, I haven't really watched the franchise, so I don't really know what the names of these things are, but there's a lot of internet resources that hopefully we're going to try to figure this out and do a little detective work. And this thing is tight in there. I thought these were model kits at first, because you can see like the plastic areas where they were cut off. I thought they were like Bandai model kits, but no, I guess this is the way the toys are sold. You see the the flash from the plastic sprue? So anyways, I'm hoping that someone sees this video and can correct anything that I say that will be wrong, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a lot of things wrong, because again, this is new to me, this franchise. I just buy toys that look cool. I buy action figures, I buy obviously a lot of scale cars, and obviously a lot of cartoon cars. But now I'm getting into cartoon action figures, and now we got some robots. I used to build Gundam model kits a little bit back in the day. They're just too big. Although, I might get back into it. There's a lot of new robots that Gundam has in their franchise. Alright, so the most popular one, I guess, is called a Scopedog. And also, let me show you this image here. So, this has been around since 82. So, apparently Takara made a 1/60th. And then some brand called 7 I never heard of. But here, Takara Actic Gear. That's what I think all these are. So, you'll see there are much bigger ones. 35th scales, 24 scales, 18 scale, and then this is cool, a 12 scale, because you could actually fit a 6-inch action figure up in this thing. It's very tempting, but again, I don't have room, so in the size of one of these 12 scales, I could have 6 or more of these little guys. Alright, so that's interesting there. Alright, so let's just do a quick survey here. Like, how tall are these? We know that they're 1/48 scale, but what does that really mean? To the top of the head is around 8 centimeters tall. To the top of the antenna, which articulates, it's like 9.5. So that's that one at least. This one looks like it's a bit taller. This one goes around to 9 centimeters, or for you Western folks, 3.5 inches. This might be the tallest. It's got this spine. Yeah, that's like 10.5 centimeters, or a little over 4 inches. You can see with my hand, they're pretty small, They're like 5-inch 4 or 5-inch action figures. Or action robots. So they do stand. And this This one seems to be a bit falling apart here. So this is what I was worried about, you know, this model kit stuff. But I guess they're assembled model kits maybe. But again, you'll see here, where's my pick? Jesus, I can never find it. Here it is. See, that's where it got pulled off the sprue. Right there. There's another one there. So it's a little bit rough, you know, it's not like a fully polished toy. And it is all plastic here, but I gotta say, there's a lot of details going on in this little guy. Alright, so that belongs there. I'm not sure how to put that on. So I found a resource here. This website is called MAHQ, and they list all the different robots in this universe. So let me see if I can... Here we go. So the most popular ones are this Scopedog, and Scopedog here, it's saying it's a mass-produced standard mid-class armored trooper. So these green ones, I'm guessing, are Scopedogs, or possibly the Scopedog 2, which basically says mass-produced space-use mid-class armored trooper. It looks the same to me, but that might explain why this guy has a bunch of jet thrusters. This either goes underwater or probably in space, because, you know, space vehicles have these 3 thrusters to go in different directions, right? So that must be a Scopedog 2. Let's look at this guy first here. So I'm going to assume this is a Scopedog, but correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, so we saw the articulation of these antennae. Really, really thin, you know, it's very scary. I'm quite shocked that these toys all have their antennas. And then you'll see here, this visor does come up. It's up on those 2 other ones. So this visor, I guess, is used for the pilot to see through. And there's different cameras or magnification. And what's cool in this toy, oh, the head spins. And then the actual reticles, or whatever these sensors are, they actually shift inside that slot. So you can move that thing's cool, and move it up. Right? So now you can see someone's head poking through there. So this hatch actually opens. Let's see if I can open it without breaking it. It's like, I don't know how it clears the back. There's a person clearly in there. Does it have to pop up and clear that back? It's plastic. I don't want to force it. I'll break it. Maybe a different one will open easier. But I can see a guy with like a gas mask on there. So this is like an arm pull, you know, very much like that Avatar thing, climbing up in there. If it didn't have this top piece, it would be very similar to that Avatar robot. So this thing spins. I'm not sure what these are. Wheels or something? You'll see there's actually metal screws holding this thing together, which is kind of cool. And then these gray things move down for some reason, but they don't want to seem to clear that green. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. Strange. Alright, well. So the arm, I'm sure this must spin. It pivots out a little bit at the shoulder. And then the arm itself bends 90 degrees. This little hand armor plate is just dangling. That's kind of cool. And then the fist here is on a little ball peg, and they have a cutout so you can actually get that fist inwards. Or obviously, if it's a ball peg, you can rotate the hand. And then what? I think this might slide out. No? It looks like that's a separate piece, but no movement there. I don't know why this thing won't rotate. You would think it would. The shoulder armor also is pivoting. Yeah, I can clearly see. Again, I don't want to force it. I'm going to leave that side alone. This little hip side armor pivots up and down. The front armor here, yeah, it pivots as well. So then I guess the legs, yeah, they can come up. They can bend at the knee. And so there's a flexible rubbery hose here connecting that back of the shin to these tanks. So they're powered by air or hydraulics or something. There are some open tabs there. I'm thinking maybe something fits in there, but I'm not sure. Alright. So there seems to be a ball, yeah, for the hips. Alright, so that can pivot outwards quite a bit. Pretty neat. And then the foot itself, pivoting armor plate here for the front of the foot, and then the foot itself is like on a, is it a hinge joint? I can't tell. I can't see down in there. I'm assuming it's a ball. It's a bent J, and then there's a ball at the end. So what a range you can get there. Okay, interesting. Let's see about this little guy's gun. Oh, I see. This gun and his hand are the same piece that just painted, I think. Yeah. So you can't take the gun off his hand, which is good. It probably would fall off very easily. The foregrip, though, actually pivots, but it won't go into this guy's hand. There's no opening for it. Does this come out? No. The barrels don't seem to move. Can this guy's shoulder rotate? It's weird. There we go. Alright, so at least I got this shoulder to rotate back. It feels like there's something jamming it, you know? I don't want to snap it, but it is possible to rotate that shoulder. Oh, see, that's scary. Alright, I better leave it alone. Alright. And then this little butt plate also swivels. It pivots back. Looks like there's two metal screws holding that torso together. So, unfortunately, yeah, I really wish I could get this cockpit open, but we'll have to try the next one. I got it open a little bit better than before. Alright, anyways. Pretty neat. For something this small, it's pretty impressive. It reminds me of, like, Gundams, actually, the modern Gundams. So this next one, it's a darker green, different colors. So this, it looks like, you know, the dark green is all raw plastic. Same with on this one. Yeah, this is all raw plastic. But this lower torso, I think, is actually painted like this lime color here. So on this one, it seems like, I have a feeling this is painted an olive drab, although this handle is raw plastic. So this guy's shoulder has some smoke launchers on it, and then you'll see these accessories are falling off already. So this guy has this accessory, and this is a slot, I guess, right there in this torso, and also there's a mag pouch here. I wonder if this comes off. I wonder if these are all interchangeable. Nope. And actually interchangeable, no, because you see that slot is here on this one, but it's not on that one. So these two you can't swap parts, it seems. Alright, and this armored plate here is different because it's got like rivets on it, so that's nice. It's a different robot. This robot has some vents in the knee covers and also a hose connecting that. That's a rigid plastic, by the way, right there. So interesting. Now noticing this is asymmetric. There's some detail here, but not there. Alright, but I think the hand, this is all the same molding. But this guy's hand looks like it has like a laser gun or something. Now look, see? This guy's forearm slid forward. I read that these things have like a, you know, that's like a punch feature. When the arm slides out and punches things. But there you go. So yeah, he can punch that guy out. So that's neat. Let's see if we can open this canopy. So we got that open. That thing slides again. Cool. Oh, this visor popped out. Pop it back in. Alright. I cannot get that open. I'm wondering if I have to pull it vertically first. See the hinge, but no. Maybe by the end of this, I'll be able to get one of these open. Okay, I'm now noticing this is on the other one as well. This little toe ring, or you know, they probably drop ship them or something with the hooks. All right, the back of this guy, he's got some a rack on the back of him, and yes, that's probably what this backpack was for. Let's take a look at this. It's a little bit of articulation here. These are ammo pouches, I guess. Additional ammo. But they don't come off. I don't think. No. That's neat. They pull out and then they swivel back. Alright, so let's get this thing back on the guy. Yeah, just gravity. Alright, so that's cool. It's a little different. So I'm going to pop this thing back in. This looks like a 2-pod rocket launcher or something. And it is directional, right? I don't know what this would be. A Gatling gun, maybe? Yeah, I think it's a Gatling gun. So you think it's like supposed to get a belt feed from this backpack. So it pegs into the torso and that backpack. Maybe ammo slides down in there, and that's a Gatling gun. So this guy's much more scary than that first one. And look at this. The dude has pins or pegs to plant itself or something. Oh, and it's got wheels too. So let me see. That one doesn't roll. That's just mimicking a wheel. But this rear one, these are actually rolling a little bit. Oh, there. Well, it seems like they're separate pieces. Nah, but maybe they don't actually spin. But I'm sure the intention is for this guy to actually roll along like those skate sneakers. And then when it wants to stop, it slams a pin in the ground or something. That's really cool. This little pin actually works. Alright. And then what is this? This is in the bag too. It looks like it belongs here. Oh, I think it fell off that guy. Never mind. Alright, so I think this guy's done. This guy's much better than the first, I think. Definitely more features. I believe that one's canopy up. Alright. This is a long video. Alright, this third one. So now, same stuff here. The arm looks all the same. Gatling gun there. Nothing on this side. Ammo pack, yeah. Same legs as the last one, it looks like. But this guy has a different hand with the, in this case, a 4 rocket launcher maybe? I don't know. Looks like a magazine would go in there. It's got a shoulder pad. So really this would be ideal if this guy's forearm slid out so the shoulder pad would work better. Alright. But, no, maybe the last owner glued that or something. What's cool is this one has a big rocket launcher on his shoulder. And this articulates. I see. There's a little pin there. So that's cool. You can articulate that onto the pack. And then same features here. The ammo drops down, comes out. Pretty neat. Yeah, the Gatling gun. Now, the hatch, come on. Ooh, this hand grab looks like it's not in all the way or about to be broken. Oh, this is the best one yet. Well, so hopefully, let me get a flashlight. So he's all just green. I guess if you wanted to, maybe you could take this apart somehow and paint that guy. But again, we gotta remember how small this thing is. I mean, look at this whole thing fits in my hand, right? This is the size like action figures were when I was a kid, like Luke Skywalker. But Luke Skywalker only had like 4 points of articulation or 5 points of articulation. Maybe his arms and his legs. I think that was all that moved on Luke Skywalker. You know, those old Kenner Star Wars figures. So this is much more impressive. Cool. Alright, well, now we know what these little pilots look like. Yeah, you know what, see, this wheel does spin. You can see the molding mark right there, hopefully. Let me refocus. And it spun around. Yeah, so these rear wheels do spin on some of them at least. And this one also has pins in the side of his feet. Alright, so you'll see now, there's just an exposed section here. I guess that's what's keeping his lower leg together. And this is used to hide that. So that just snaps on. So that's interesting. I guess, oh, look at this. Whoa. Oh, I think these things can convert a little bit. Hold on here. I believe these things are supposed to like lay down so the driver can board the thing. But I don't know. I mean, let's flip that open. Why else would... Oh, I see. What's going on here? There's a wheel inside of this, and it looks like it would pop out. Alright, so it's got like this extra wheel. Does this hip turn? Oh, maybe this is what happens. Hold on here. This pops out, that cover goes back down. I'm just trying to figure out why you would have this. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I'll have to figure that out later. But anyways, we just now learned that the torso will totally spin around. That's pretty cool. Alright, so this guy might even be better than the last guy. Yeah, I think he's decked out more, that's for sure. Okay. I can see the inside workings of that. The bicep area, or above the bicep. It actually spins. Yeah, I only wish this forearm would come out. Oh, there we go. Nice. Alright, so I feel like that would be better for his rifle or bazooka stock. Alright, another cool one. Alright, so now I'm again guessing this is the Scopedog 2, a space one. Unfortunately, the whole body is the same green, you know, no color contrast. You can see it's just a raw plastic, there's no paint. But then again, that image is all just green also. So maybe that's just the way it's supposed to be. So yeah, this thing comes down, it's just green again. But at least that moves, and the cockpit again. Oh, this cockpit looks gray. Yeah, so that cockpit's gray. The last one we saw was green. That one was gray as well. Okay. Now this one has like a different hip pad. And this one's a little bit different than the other ones. Okay, these look the same, that looks the same. And then this forefoot pad is different as well. This is like a flatter but riveted. This one has green pins on the bottom as well. That one doesn't want to come up though. No. And it's got different feet bottoms as well, but maybe that's like a tread, I'm not sure. It's definitely lacking in detail compared to the other one. And then this one has a space rocket gun or something. Let me pull his forearm out. No, that one is tight. Anyways, it looks like a bazooka with an aiming reticle, an aiming device. I can't get it in front of its face right now. Alright, but I think the main difference is this rear. So this one has different flaps. They don't really serve much purpose though, just extra armor. And then it's got rear flaps here for the feet. Let's see. I think the pin mechanisms are molded differently. Yeah. So, okay. And this one has two, rings to suspend it, to haul it around. Sadly, again, this is all the same green. This backpack, will all these come off, I wonder? Yeah, alright. Two screws holding that. So the backpack, just some thrusters. Nothing seems to move. That's hard plastic, that hose. So clearly it is an aged toy. It probably sat in the sun because look, it's all, this is what the plastic was, looking like new, but now out here it's just all yellowed. Which I'm fine with, I guess, as long as it's not too brittle. I'm afraid of it, maybe it's brittle from UV, but it looks aged, which is fine. I mean, it's a robot, a space robot. It should look aged. Alright, well, I don't know. I don't like this one better than the last one. I still think this guy's the best. I gotta edit this in here. You can just pull this thing upwards. There's no need to be afraid, so check this out. The thing actually lifts up out of the body. So, yeah, you can pop this guy open all the way. So that's pretty cool. See all those little minor details. Alright. Alright, but now we got totally different molds here. Or totally different appearances. This one is called the Diving Beetle, and it is a waterproofed heavy class armored trooper. Such its description is. So does this rotate? It's got three, lenses, and it does rotate. That's cool. Kind of like a diving vessel, right? And this shoulder is nice and free. Up, down, rotation. Shoulder pad also moves separately from the shoulder, and this one has little holes here to suspend it or whatnot. And so the forearm will spin on this one, and it'll bend 90 degrees. And then the hand will rotate and pivot a little bit. So it must be a ball joint up in there. It's just a closed fist on this side. Then we have, no, this doesn't rotate. No, that armor just stays there. And then, let's see about the canopy. It's cool. There's like a little white light hidden behind this, protective bar. It definitely looks like this should come off. Oh, there we go. Nice, nice. Now that's how it's supposed to work, right? You can actually see the character. So what's nice is there's some color contrast. He's got some crazy goggles or something on. Controls look good. Yeah, it's nice. Pretty cool. A little detail here. So you'll see this tube here, that's I guess what he's looking through, you know, to look through those apertures. So that's cool, very neat. There you go. Alright, this arm here, so this guy's hand is holding a rifle, I guess, which seems odd for an underwater vehicle. Well, I'm sure it can work on land as well. That's what I'm assuming. Oh, and this thing has a forearm grip here that pops out. So that's neat. And it recesses into that groove pretty well. So that's cool. I like this asymmetric design. There's something kinking down here. It's just air passing. Oh, that's probably like a footstep. Alright, so the thighs here, they're ball pegs there. So in, out, left, right, forward, back, and then the knee as well, like 90 degrees. And then the foot, a little bit of articulation front back, but none side to side. And very, very little rotational. So what the heck are these things? I think these come forward. Oh, there's also a wheel here that spins. There's also an indication of a wheel here, but it's not real. So can I get this thing to pivot out? Definitely wants to come out, but I gotta get them parallel. Yeah, this is all plastic, so I'm a little worried about breaking it. Maybe I'll try on this side. Yeah, this side seems to want to come out a little easier. So inner leg detail there. So is this oh, I think it's supposed to go under his feet, and they're like extra large boots or something. Right, look at that. So that pivots backwards, and then this thing. Alright, I guess with some more fidgeting I could get this under his feet. What's weird is though, they're not much bigger than his regular feet. I don't understand why you would go through that trouble. Right? It seems weird. Oh well, it's just something to play with, I guess. It looks like this is a separate piece here. There's a break, but I guess it's just holding the two halves together. And then I don't know if it's supposed to like cruise on this wheel or what. Yeah, that's weird, this foot thing. I'll try to put it back so I can stand him up again properly. Okay, well, that was a weirdo thing. Alright, big armored plate in the back. No additional pieces here. Big fuel tank or air tank maybe. Some little greeblies back here. Alright, well, it's interesting. It's unique. Definitely unique from the other two. Alright, this last one. Alright, so now you can see the shoulder's just exposed from the top view, that is. This one spins pretty freely. That pin doesn't really want to rock up and down so much. Alright, so the forearm can bend 90. It can also kind of spin. Yeah, a little bit. I guess it can spin. Pretty tight. And the hand again. Must be a ball peg. It's a closed fist. All these guys have fists on their left side. Alright, underneath this doesn't move. There's no pivoting of this armor plate. Got some nice details there. The leg, yeah, bends 90 or so. The foot, not a great deal of articulation. Just a little bit of front and back. Yeah. No additional moving parts back here either. And none really in the back here. There's no separate pieces. Okay, so this guy's hand is attached to some sort of machine gun of some sort. And then this shoulder pad here can pivot separate of the shoulder itself. I see. No, that doesn't move. No. So this one has less features, except for this. And it does have a cool gold livery, you know, so I guess it all balances out. And actually the hatch is the best of the best opening hatch we've seen so far. So, and this head thing does actually spin a tiny bit. Not much though. Okay. Okay, well, that's all 6 of them. So which did you guys like first the most? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? I think for the scope dogs, I'm liking this guy. He's just maxed out with everything. He's my favorite one, I think. But overall, that's a tough one. You know, these two are quite unique. I really like the weird lookingness of this guy, but he doesn't really have much else going on, you know. So, all right. Well, anyways, hopefully this, I guess, gave you a little bit of an insight into VOTOMS. I'm gonna have to try to watch a few episodes of this franchise and maybe learn of some. I know there's other mechas. I've seen like other model kits of larger scale ones. The only question is, will I be able to track those mecha down in this scale? These things seem to be pretty expensive online. I was just lucky enough to get them locally. So, alright, well, thanks for watching today. And hopefully, if I made any mistakes, you can correct me on that. And I'll see you the next time I get some armored robots. Alright, take care.